Is luxury over with the latest response to Trump's tariffs, which is utterly scandalous? Musani, how do you do?
This Birkin bag at Hermès boutique will cost you 38,000 USD. But what is the real cost out of the factory? Today, I'm going to break it down in front of you, step by step. First thing first, Hermès only use the leathers from the 3 top-level suppliers. One is called Nuti from Italy. The second is Weinheim from Germany. And the third is Haas from France. One piece of Togo leather, the same leather as this one, will cost 450 USD. And one piece of the leather is only enough to make one Birkin, okay? The thread. And of course, for Hermès Birkin, the thread is also the best top level. It's called Fil al Chinois from France. This is actually the Rolls Royce in thread. For each bag, the cost is 25 USD. And then the hardware. See, this hardware is called 316 hardware. It's also known as the ocean stainless steel because it can withstand the erosion of seawater. It's the best stainless steel. For one piece of bag, the hardware will cost 150 USD. The edge oil. This edge oil is imported from Italy. It's called heat sealed edge oil. For each bag, it will cost 50 USD. The interior lining, it used lambskin imported from France. For each bag, the cost will be 100 USD. And also inside, there is a zipper from Riri brand. And the zipper for one bag is 10 USD. And then the cost of human resource. The French artisans is much more expensive than Chinese artisans. To finish one bag, the human resource cost will be 600 USD. The package, this is not that expensive, it's 10 USD. So now to sum those up, the total cost will be 1,400 USD for one Birkin out of factory. But why Hermès will charge you 38,000 USD for one bag? That's because more than 90% of the price is paid for its logo. But if you do not care about the logo, you just want the same quality, same material, you can just buy from us. Because for our bags, we use exactly the same material, same leather, same hardware, same edge oil. The only difference is one, we don't have the logo, so we don't have to pay so much amount of money just for that logo. And second, our human resource is much cheaper. This is why this bag from our factory only costs you 1,000 USD, but even better quality and craftsmanship.
When that Chinese man got on his app and said all the luxury items are made in China and they only go to Italy to have the tag put on it, the designer tag, and once that designer tag is put on it, now it can say made in Italy because only that small little percentage was actually made in Italy, but that's all it takes to say made in Italy. Now it makes it over here to our designer boutiques and we're spending thousands upon thousands of dollars for something that was in fact made in China, not Italy. I don't care how much you're spending on the thing. Chances are it is coming from China. The only part that was actually made in Italy was when they put the designer tag on there. And this
Is luxury over with the latest response from China to Trump's tariffs, exposing that the majority of French luxury goods are manufactured in China, including a large part of the Hermès Birkin, which was thought to be all handmade by French artisans. And in fact, as said earlier, the only thing in most designer goods that is European is the label made in France or made in Italy. Is this, as Super Decap has called it for years, the end of luxury? No. Of course, elite ladies know all this. It's no surprise to elite ladies. For elite ladies, luxury is part of hypergamy, as in your husband gives you a beautiful gift, it's beautifully wrapped, as a sign of love for you. It's a gift from your husband, from your lover. Even though luxury is overpriced, when given as a gift of love, it just shows the love of the person who gave it to you. That being said, Karl Lagerfeld said that most women, when they buy the Chanel bag, they're not truly living a life of luxury. Most women who buy a Chanel bag, He said buy it to imagine a life of luxury. So beautiful luxury vacations, living your soft life, when actually, no, you're a really hardworking 9 to 5 girl who's living the struggle life, but for a moment, buying this Chanel bag makes you imagine that you fantasize a different reality where life is soft and easy. For Karl Lagerfeld, the real luxury is living the soft life and not his creations. So, of course, this will destigmatize dupes and fakes. There were conspiracy theories that somehow these fakes and dupes were made by crime syndicates and so on. No, unless you buy it from Canal Street, but from the internet, it's the same factory. Elite ladies tend to have artisans make purses for them, and some elite ladies buy dupes directly from the manufacturer. Buying luxury becomes a social thing that you invite to some parties. But really, for elite ladies, luxury is a gift from your gentleman. That's why in 50-50 countries, luxury is not so common. There are luxury boutiques everywhere in Dubai and Moscow, but they're not as common in Sweden. Elite ladies do not make themselves broke just to get an overpriced purse. I personally did not care about luxury handbags until Arne Bay. From Arne Bay, I learned that luxury just shows a lady is taken care of by her gentleman. And when my husband buys me luxury, it makes me incredibly happy that he buys so much for some highly overpriced item because he loves me. I would never buy this for myself. Okay, when I was younger working, I would work and save up money, and then, I bought, some handbag at work to show, that I got some status at my job. However, it couldn't be too expensive, so on and so forth. My mother always told me to never buy too much and spend too much on my income on designer, because she always told me they were made at the same factory as the fakes and the dupes. It took me a while to believe her, but all the evidence is out there. And every other elite girl's mother always said the same thing. Everyone always knew. As soon as Chinese had effective manufacturing, the quality did go down a little. It's not made by the same French and Italian artisans who've been making things for decades. You can see that it's well made, for sure, but it's not the same quality as a Chanel bag from the 1980s would be. Chinese quality is excellent, but there is a difference between excellent and perfected over generations from the 1980s. I don't think everyone knowing what the elite knows will affect elite consumption of luxury. However, it might greatly affect ladies no longer maximizing their credit cards to pretend that they are rich. What do you think? Please comment below, like or hate, share and subscribe.